Great.
Welcome, welcome, and thank you for being here. This is the beginning of our open house. My name is Ana Gonzales. I am the president of Toastmasters, and we have a lot of newcomers here. So we are hoping that throughout this meeting, we will understand what Toastmasters is all about. What do we do? How can you benefit from this? How can we contribute to your growth as a public speaker? And you will understand how also works the organization inside. How do we deliver our meetings? And you will get a little bit of a taste of it through participation throughout the whole meeting. So let's start. And 1 second. So we will, okay, guys, so let's start. So as I told you, Toastmasters is an international organization that is present in many, many countries in the world. If you are part of this club or any other club, if you go to another country, you can still attend, you can still participate. So what is Toastmasters? Toastmasters is some sort of, as I would like to call it, is some sort of career, like a short career of one year or more if you want to do it. It could be as long as you want. You can be here forever if you want. And in which you take a path. You take a path in which direction you would like to go as a public speaker. These paths are very well organized, and I can say myself so because I have completed my path, and I'm in my second path right now. So you do improve. Even if you are already a good speaker, still there is always room for improvement. Like in my case, it was about structure, how to organize my thoughts and deliver even better. So that's what is the organization about. So how do we work? We work in teams, we work alone. You have mentors if you want, and you come here, prepare your speech and deliver. Another option, if you are shy and you want to take more time, we have short roles every meeting, like a timer, grammarian, and any other roles that you can also come here and practice. Most of you guys that I see have already taken those roles. And at the end of every meeting, close to the end, we have a little bit of a table topic session, which is part of improvisation. In this improvisation section, we have a person who asks a question, we have a topic, and then you get to answer and structure in the moment your little speech. It could be anything, like what is the favorite day of the year for you, or what was your favorite time, or your favorite food, anything. And then you have like 2 minutes to 2 minutes to deliver your short speech. So that's a way to practice if you don't want to go into the speeches. The speeches normally are around 7 minutes. So it's a really, really cool experience. I will encourage all of you to ask at least, to understand what it's all about, to come to Neon Visit, you can get a handle of it. So we have some new people. So we won't have a lot of time to really talk quickly about all of you. So I would like to just from here ask you your name and how do you find out about the meeting? All right, I'm gonna point to the people I have seen for the first time, please. Oh, this is the best. Here, Valentina, can you tell us how do you find out about the meeting?
Well, hello everyone. I'm from St. Petersburg Toastmasters Club. Yes, now these days I'm in Moscow and just it's time to visit you.
So we have many, so I will just, it will take us a long time. So anyways, let's start with the meeting. We have our grammarian for today. So Myles, can you give like very short words?
Okay.
What's the word of the day?
Privet. Oki, Dana, Tada, Tansi, those are some of the local languages of the original people where I live, Treaty 7 territory, Alberta, Canada. And I'm a member of Toastmasters, or rather Moscow Toastmasters, as well as Cranston Communicators, 2 clubs, one here in Calgary, the city I live in. The word I chose today is earth. Now, there's different versions of the word earth. Of course, you've no doubt heard that it's the name of the planet. So over here, I've got the globe. Now, I also have on my shelf back here some potting soil, which can also be called earth, in a bag. I got that from the garden store. And then I have the Bible. Now, what's the Bible doing up there? Well, so the planet is Earth. Soil with a little e is also known as Earth. And interesting, the word Adam, as in the story Adam and Eve in the Bible, it's from ancient Greek and biblical Hebrew, and it means not only man, Adam was a man, but it also means earth or soil. Can also mean light brown, red, earth, or ground. So anyway, that is our word for the day. Try to work it into your conversation, either version of it. And I'm keeping track on this form where I'll be providing feedback, which is the important part of coming to Toastmasters. I'll be looking for the ahs and the ums, how many times the word of the day has been used, memorable and colorful phrases, and such. Madam Toastmaster.
Hi, yeah, thank you so much, Myles. So the word of the day is earth. What a nice one, though. I liked it. So now to continue, we will have in this meeting some roles. One is the grammarian. You have hear him. He is Myles. He's from Canada, and he's one of our most active online members and international members. So we're very happy to have him. And we have people from different countries in our club. So now we also have the timer, and we will have table topics. And I think we can have a very quick introduction of timing so you can understand. Is Georgie here already? Oh, Georgie, please come over here and explain quickly what the timer is all about.
Timer is about time, you see. So I have this short notepad, notes with the green, yellow, and red flag. That means that you're in time when it is green. Yellow is you're over, you're going to finish, and red one is means that you missed your time and you spent more than you're allowed to spend. That's it. Thank you.
So as we have, this is a public speaking stage, which means that time is important to deliver a speech, right? As he said, we are controlled by time, and in competitions, which we also have, international competitions, local competitions, you are always welcome to join. Time is also a very important factor. So as we mentioned, Toastmasters is an international organization. Within Toastmasters in different countries, we have clubs. Each club have a president and the committee and the members. We help our members to go through the paths. There are many paths that you can take. You have mastering public speaking, you have effective coaching, and you have many others that you can choose. Maybe you want to be a coach. This is the way for you. Maybe you want to deliver humorous speeches, then this is the way to go. Maybe if you are interested in inspiration, there is also a path for it. And each path will take you through a journey in which you will learn step by step from level 1 to level 5 on how to touch upon those aspects of public speaking that are relevant. For example, how to communicate, effective communication, how to discover your own leadership skills, what type of leader you are, how to, for example, we have even practical speeches in which you get to try to deal with a difficult audience. So there are many levels that you can go through. There are 5. And after that, you get a certificate in which shows that you have completed your path. And actually, as I said, I went through already one path, and I thought it was a very interesting experience. And I can say that it was a before and after the path for myself. Although I'm a person who always liked to communicate, I still was able to improve a lot throughout the way, and I still have a lot to work on. So that is very cool because there is a space for everything. So guys, if you have any questions, please ask Katerina, who is there, Paulina here, and where is Tatiana? Ah, Tatiana here, and me, of course. You can ask our team members, Olga here too. Everybody's actually a member. So please ask any questions after the meetings. We're gonna have some prepared speeches right now. And after the prepared speeches, we will have more interactive part, as I mentioned, improvisation speeches. We will have a quiz that I will tell you later what is it about, so we don't get confused with so much information. And at the end of the whole meeting, we will have the after party, which is why so many people come around to the meetings. You don't go to the after party if you're not in the meeting before. It's a combo. So the after parties, we go to a restaurant, it could be a cafe, depends on what the mood is. It could be even a bar now that is summer, why not? Why not? So, and we just chat, have some drinks, you know, and then we experience the other side of Toastmaster, which is not only the learning of public speaking, but the interaction with other human beings, with people, friendship, building connections, networking. So that's what we're going to have after. We will have also a space for networking here, which is going to be quite short, but at the end, we will have all night long to continue talking and hanging out. If you want to stay all night long, we can. So let's move on into the prepared speeches, guys, if you allow me. So first we have our wonderful member who has already completed her first level. So you will see the delivery she has. I don't want to get you nervous. So from a mouse to the pen to DEPT representative, sorry, from a mouse to DEPT representative, Anastasiya Kostyukovskaya. Thank you. Sorry, it's okay.
So, dear fellow Toastmasters, I hope you can hear me well, everyone also online. Thank you, Myles. So as I was preparing for today's speech, for today's meeting, I studied different communication styles, and I was analyzing what actually my own communication style is. And I liked the way some of our Toastmasters said one time that communication style is something flexible, something that is changing through your life together with you. So today I would like to share my personal story with you and to lead you briefly through my life, showing my way from a very shy person, a mouse, to a person who can unite people and even lead teams. So I was a happy child, born in a family surrounded by absolute love. So everyone loved me so much. And so I was very happy and very attached to my family. At the same time, my family members, most of them, are very impulsive people who argue a lot, who think it is necessary to show their own point of view, and they are usually very loud, so you might have an impression they are shouting all the time, so you need to get accustomed for this. But it won't be an exaggeration to say that everyone in my family called me a diplomat, because I can perfectly ease tension and prevent these situations that are a bit close to like explosive. But I'm a naturally very shy person, and I was shy to that extent that it really made a problem for me to start communicating with other people and get acquainted with other people. And things went a bit better when I was at school. At that time, a part of my classmates, I was in different teams or groups. So I was dancing, and if you know what is dancing for a child, you're constantly in a group of children, not only trainings all the time, but also different concerts, events. So we spend really much time together. And you have nothing but to learn to communicate with other people. So step by step, I learned to make friends, to stand up for myself. And I was very shy, but I was curious. So that helped me. And then it came to university. In the university, for the first time, I showed my leadership skills. I think that what attached people to me was actually not only my knowledge, of course, but also that I was very active, enthusiastic, honest, and easygoing. And so I was very often chosen by my student mates for different projects where we have to be organized together in one team and complete a certain task. Then it came to a student exchange program in the university where I studied for 6 months abroad. And it was, of course, a challenge because you're constantly surrounded by foreigners, representatives of different cultures. These were Asians, also Arabian countries like Saudi Arabia, Iran, Syria, and so on. And of course, the European. So there I continued improving my communication skills and learning these multicultural differences of people. And finally, we come to my job experience. Thanks to this good communication skills, this initiating communication style, I could perfectly fit in almost every team. So that really helped me to change job places. And you can imagine that I had really different types of bosses at my job place. And believe me, not all of them were easygoing or really pleasant people, but still it worked good every time. And I also remember I had an experience at one of my job places when I had to deal with the so-called cold sales. Can you imagine what a nightmare it is for a shy person, not only to talk with the foreigner, but also to call him and not to look like stupid or annoying. So what I did, as I said, curious, and I also liked challenging myself, what I did, I just tried. And very soon I realized that it doesn't work good. So I did my work on mistakes. And then I worked out my own recipe of success, I would say. And the first thing is good preparation. So you need to know the person you're calling or the company you're calling very good. You need to understand their demands. And by doing this, you show the person you call that you really respect and value his time and your own time, and that you are straight to the point. And another thing is, of course, good arguments. This is the thing that also helped me to be persuasive and to attract people's attention further. So this is the way I had, and this is the way that brought me finally to where I am now. And now I'm working in a consulting company, representing my department and being responsible for development of our services. So I need to constantly not only meet with different clients who are representatives, mostly bosses, yes, head management of foreign and Russian companies, and I also am a constant speaker at different events of our company, so the so-called media person. And of course, one thing is to know how to communicate with people, and another thing is to be a public speaker. So thanks to Toastmasters, I'm working on this now, and I hope I am on the right way. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It was very nice speech. I think you are doing quite well, so that's very wonderful. So now, as you heard, Anastasiya, she had a very interesting speech. Her project was part of identifying my communication style, which I think she has done in her speech. The level, she's in the second level, so she has completed not long ago her first level of presentation mastery. And now we will have our evaluator, Marina Prudnikova, who is going to come on the stage to deliver an evaluation. This is how normally works. 1 second, Marina. This is how, I know you were getting ready there. But 1 second. So this is how we normally work. So we have a speech, because as you know, it's not just about, you know, delivering a speech and getting some practice. In order to improve, we need to get feedback. So we will get feedback from someone who's more experienced than ourselves, and will deliver a positive, constructive feedback. Of course, it's not about making us feel terrible and jump out of the window. It's about giving us point of improvements. Yeah, all right, and comment on what was well and what was not. So why am I telling you this? Because after Marina, we will have a second speech. And after that speech, you will have the opportunity to deliver a small, short evaluation for the person who's going to deliver the speech. So just pay attention to the structure Marina is creating. You already have the formats for the evaluation, I think. Yes, yes. You have the formats for the evaluation. Can I see it, please? So here you have like the checklist of the things that you would like to comment on. So take a look at this, and you will deliver this more or less in 1 minute, so we can have time for everybody. And it is important that you address some of the points, the things that you found that they were good, the things that you think maybe they were not so good and need to improve. And you need to say, not just this was not good, but how can we make it better, right? And in order for us to understand how do we do this, we're gonna have Marina delivering her own evaluation to Anastasiya, and I will recommend you to pay attention. So, because she's quite experienced, so we can also learn from that, and when we will have the chance to deliver our own evaluation. Thank you so much. Marina, please, on the stage.
Anna. Dear guests, fellow Toastmasters, I'm happy to be here today and serve as an evaluator for Anastasiya and her brilliant speech called From a Mouse to Department Representative. Anastasiya, I think that you have created a great experience for yourself and for the audience to show how a person can develop himself or herself from a very shy one to a person who stands on the stage in front of, I presume, 20 or plus people, and even more when you are presenting your speeches at your job places. So really great example of a speech. What I liked very much in your speech is your smile, because when you smile, you show us your emotions and all the audience reacts to it. Keep in mind this, because I think that you could have smiled more. What I liked as well, that you are feeling very comfortable on the stage and you feel the stage. It is very important for the speaker to know the borders of it and to remember about the camera, because the online audience is also listening and wants your eye contact. Your eye contact was perfect with all the audience here, but unfortunately I didn't mention when you looked straight into the camera. So I think that this will be a point of improvement for you. I understand that this camera is standing not very comfortably, but for the speakers, but anyway, you could have keep an eye on it. What more is your structure? What I like more is your structure. It was perfect. You started from childhood, then your university time, and then job. And you showed us the development of how your progress from your shyness to your great smile and presentation mastery developed. I would like to highlight that there were some things that you could have done a little bit better, because I felt that you could use your gestures more, right? For example, when you spoke about something university, then childhood, and one thing and another, you could have used one and another, or step from one side to another. You are going from side to side, but you are doing it just to keep the stage, not on purpose. When you are presenting a speech, you can use these movements to show the difference, as well as pauses between the parts of your speech. For example, when you are talking about childhood, you can stand here. Then university, you can move a little bit further, or just use it from from back to forward direction. What I liked, I have already mentioned. To summarize, you have great presentation, your smile is perfect. You show comfort level and your consciousness about the audience. You feel the stage and your English is quite good. What you should keep in mind is to put attention to the camera, remember about the movements on the stage, to highlight your structure, and good luck in your further speeches. Thank you very much for devoting your time.
Thank you so much, Marina, for your great explanation. As we have all seen, sorry, this is not mine. Okay, so we have seen the structure she provided us was some positive aspects overall, some specific positive aspects, some specific, let's say, points to work on, points of improvements, and then a conclusion in which you summarize a little bit everything you have mentioned. So of course, we don't have a lot of time for everybody to really deliver a longer evaluation as Marina did wonderfully. So we will have a shorter time. So as you have seen in your checklist, there are some points. We can take some of those points. We don't have to go all over them, just to practice. So we can say, okay, for example, as Marina mentioned, there was a lack of contact with the camera over here, and you mentioned the aspect, you explain how this happened, and you provide the solution, which is look at the camera, basically. So, so something like that, right? So now we're gonna have our second speaker, which is our wonderful Tatiana, and sorry, your last name, I practiced it, I saw Gladysheva. And then we will have the chance to actually do the evaluation. All right. Thank you so much, Tatiana. The stage is yours. Thank you.
Thank you. Dear Madam President, dear fellow Toastmasters, most welcome guests. Let me ask you a question. How many planets do we have in our solar system? How many? 8, 9, 10? I have prepared one very good nursery rhyme for you, which helps not just remember them all, but also to memorize them in the right order. My very educated mother just served us noodle pasta. Let's list them all. My Mercury, very Venus, educated Earth, mother Mars, just Jupiter, served Saturn, us Uranus, noodle for Neptune, and pasta for Pluto. So it seems like 9 of them, but is Pluto really there? No, not anymore, right. At a certain point, I realized that Pluto is no longer there. I decided to conduct investigation immediately. I wanted to know what kind of circumstances kicked it out of the club and downgraded to a dwarf planet status. But before we find the answer, let's dig deeper to the history and see how Pluto actually got into planets family. The Pluto was discovered back in 1930 with much excitement by astronomer Clyde Tombaugh. It was a time of intense planet hunting. The explorers had mapped all the continents on Earth and turned to mapping the stars. And finding the 9th planet was the most desirable prize. By the way, the Percival Lowell was looking for it since 1909, but died empty-handed Percival Lowell is a scientist. He was looking for it since 1909, but he died empty-handed in 1916. But Lowell actually bagged the prize. He just didn't realize it. His observatory captured 2 images of Pluto. Indeed, about 16 photos of Pluto was taken prior its official discovery. So Pluto was there all time long. No one just realized what they were looking at. Later, in 1930, a 23-year-old astronomer Clyde Tombaugh was tasked with taking photos of night sky a few days apart. So the comparison could identify what was moving. And that's how Pluto was discovered. As the discoverers of new planet, the Loyal's Observatory had a privilege of naming it. They opened it up to suggestions, and over 1,000 names flooded in from across the globe. The suggestion of 11-year-old British girl was considered the best. She had a keen interest in mythology, and Pluto is the name of the Roman god of the underworld. Also, first 2 letters of Pluto are the initials of Percival Lowell, who dedicated so much time of his life to finding the planet. Later, in early 2000s, the scientists are searching the sky with brand new digital cameras, and they started finding bigger and bigger and bigger objects. Among many objects they were looking at, it was an object named Eris. It was discovered in 2005. And the problem about Eris was that locating on the far side of our solar system, it was more massive than Pluto, which means that Eris and many other objects around would eventually become planets too. The correct solution was to draw a line and clearly define what the planet is. And here it is the criteria of an object being a planet. It must independently orbit the sun. So for instance, moons cannot be planets because they orbit planets. It has to have enough mass, so its own gravity pulls it into a roughly spheroidal shape, and it must dominate its orbit. So Pluto has met all of these criteria except for the last one. It has bigger object on its orbit than itself. And that's how Pluto was demoted to a dwarf planet status. Well, to be precise, it's not even the Pluto was demoted. The Pluto was finally classified correctly. And does a demotion of Pluto even matter? If Pluto doesn't care because it doesn't have feeling, why should we? Now kids taught about 8 planets in the solar system. Once my kids got home from school and they were very excited to announce that what I was learning at school was wrong, and even more excited to add that it's not only about astronomy. And if kids doubt our knowledge, should we even conduct researches, or we should accept everything the way it is? Well, I have bad news and good news for you. Bad news, there is no key to the universe. Good news, it was never locked. Make your discoveries, make mistakes, come to right and wrong conclusions. Transmit your exploring energy, and the universe will be always open for you. Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you, Tatiana. That was a wonderful speech and quite interesting and informative, right? Her name is, the speech was, Where Did Pluto Go? So she's in the level 2 of innovative planning. Connect with your audience. And I think she did kind of connect with us, right? So now we are going to call the audience for evaluation. Are we more or less ready? Shall we take a minute or a couple of seconds to be fully ready? So as I mentioned before, we have the list. 1 second. We have the checklist for how to organize our evaluation. Who would like to go first? Okay, Daniel, thank you very much. Please come on the stage. The timer will check more or less a minute so we can deliver the little evaluation for Tatiana's speech. Where is Pluto? So, and guys, the other ones, don't be shy. This is a safe space. We are here to help and to grow together, so don't be shy.
Yeah. Hello. Actually, my feedback is not here, but I think it's kind of important. Usually when you're on a stage, it's advised that you need to move to fill the space. And I noticed that you was kind of good gestures, but you were mostly standing. And so my feedback to you would be, kind of to move more on the stage to the audience, to back and forth. And yeah, but I guess we should be short, right? So just 1 or 2 points, right? Okay, thank you.
Thank you. That's a good thing. Let's take 1 point, so it will be easier, so we don't get confused. 1 to 2 maximum. Who would like to go next? 1 second. Maybe one of you guys, the new ones here, would like to take a chance. Maybe you from St. Petersburg would like to start. Come on over here, please. Thank you.
Well, hello, everyone. My name is Valentina, and it was an unfamiliar topic for me, actually, but Tatiana presented it in a very interesting way. What I would like to suggest to maybe add some more drama, some more pauses, and I think that it will engage more interest from the audience. Just that's it. It was a nice speech. Thank you.
Yes, vocal variety is one actually of the projects we have in our path. Actually, vocal variety is very important. How you speak high so people can hear you, or how can you speak low so people will hear the drama, right? And we also have silence, which is really, I will still include it into vocal variety, because when you incorporate silence, you create tension, you create suspense, and that contrary to actual silence, it does attract attention instead of screaming or speaking loud. So great. Who would like to go next? What about the ones on the back over there? Would you like to take a shot? Yes? Yes, let's do it. Yes. There's no shyness allowed in this day. Okay, go ahead. Oh, please, your name and...
My name is Alex. Well, I was going to say about vocal variety also, because you can expand. Yeah, well, because I was at the back and I couldn't hear some words. Maybe like speak louder a little bit, and then. Oh yeah. Well, I think I'm loud enough. Ah, okay. Is it on? Hello? Yeah, I think it's on. So yeah, vocal variety, and maybe you could have asked some more questions to the audience to connect with the audience more. I guess that's it. Yeah.
Great. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. Actually, that was a very good feedback. I really liked it. Engaging with the audience is always interesting, because in case somebody is distracted or something, you can just call them, hey, you, what do you think? No, not for that, but you can just incorporate the audience in your speech in different ways. You can ask questions at the beginning. She did ask some questions at the beginning, I remember. And you can do it throughout the speech, so that way people are engaged and they are kind of participants of the story you are telling. So that was a good one. Vocabulary is always difficult to manage, and it's always interesting to work on. So who else would like to give an evaluation in a different point than vocabulary? Yes. Okay. Let's give some positive feedback then. All right, Olga, please. Sorry, we had all already on the list. Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you. So I really think it was a successful and very educating speech. And what I specifically liked about it, and I think it's not only for this speech, but also for other speeches Tatiana delivers, you always find a little bit informal, but very simple language to explain
things to the audience which are not so simple, actually. So I think this is your, great skill, and you really mastered it, and you demonstrated in that speech for sure. So that's why it's so engaging. So if you talk simple, we say that simple is the best, because you can reach any person in the audience, and we are all very different people here. So I would say this is a winning strategy for sure. So, and I believe I can't, so I agree, people say that vocal variety could be a little bit more, but I felt drama in your speech. So you use, I think you go a little bit lower and a little bit higher. So for me, it was, you really did some drama. You played on the stage. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Olga. I suppose it's never enough drama, right? There's always room for more drama. I mean, we can always go higher the level. I think I wanted to say the speech was wonderful. I really like the topic. Actually, now I was trying to Google things about Pluto. I really like it too. It's very sad that education is evolving, which means that what we learn sometimes is getting like obsolete a little bit. So moment of sadness. All right, so let's continue. Let's, as Marina suggested, let's give one more positive comment, feedback. Who would like to say from the new ones, please? Because this is an open house, so we are trying to engage. I see you're looking somewhere else, but I would like you to look at here. Can you please try, give it a shot? Yes, great. Is it your name, Anna? Oh, like me. Oh, but wait. And by the way, if you are part of the club, you will be my competition to who speaks the loudest without a microphone. I think I come with a speaker incorporated, and I think you too. Okay, please go ahead.
So thank you so much for your speech. And I just wanted to mention the play with the audience that you have, because you started with the question, and also really enjoyed the conclusion of your speech, because you were talking about like bad and good news. And this is really catches the attention of the audience. And this is really a great way to give your speech.
Thank you, Anna. Yes, that is true, actually. I mean, we don't all have to move around all the time, because it needs to have a purpose, right? What I like about Tatiana is that she can be more or less on the same place and still deliver the energy needed for what she's trying to communicate. And that's very, very, I think, interesting. I would like to learn more about that. So what about you? Would you like to give us a feedback? Yes, I see you. Okay, later you, but first you. I'm looking at you and you're so red right now. Don't be red, it's okay. Please, you can give just something positive that you think you liked from the speech. Maybe some information that you found interesting. Come over here, please, don't be shy.
Hello. Hello, my name is Alisa, and for me, it was very difficult to understand some words, and one of you said to say something loudly, and maybe using simple words, but it's only for me. I think maybe in a month or 2 months I will understand you better. So that's all. Thank you.
And that is an excellent point, because not only you are learning how to, or you are improving your communication and public speaking skills, but at the same time, you improve your English skills. So it's 2 in 1. It's like a good skidka, who doesn't appreciate a good discount? So really, you get to practice your English. Of course, at the beginning it will be tough. It will be difficult maybe for some. Some people will loosen up because we do everything in English here. So it's a great space to practice our English skills, and not only simple words, but also more difficult words, for example, and that's very nice. Something that I also like from your speech is that you did use very simple words to communicate, which I liked, because in my opinion, the definition of intelligence is actually, Maria's, I think, forgot his name. Anyways, yeah, Newton, I think, said it. Like the definition of intelligence is not who uses the most difficult and most hard to find words, but to explain a complex topic or idea, but who can explain a complex idea with simple words that even a young 7-year-old can understand. And that is very interesting. And I think you did it. And I really like that because it was a very interesting topic, I have to say. So Nikolai had also a comment, please, over here. I like your excitement, so please. We still have time, I think.
Okay. So I think the speech was really good. As for me, the most interesting it was really well structured and well prepared without any notes. It's great, I think. As for me, there was plenty of facts. As for me, it's easier to perceive facts, you know, in presentation, some visual perceiving maybe. But it's my subjective opinion. So thank you.
Thank you so much. And yes, so that was that. And don't forget to mention the word of the day, which is earth. So we are in the earth. Earth, earth, earth. That's it. I mentioned it. All right. So I want to give it up for, please, Anastasiya, stand up, and Tatiana, stand up. Thank you so much for taking one for the team and delivering your speeches in front of new people. And thank you for your courage and being so kind. So give it up for them, please. Thank you so much. You can sit now. And we will have a short break of around 5 minutes. We have some cookies, fruits, for who is in diet. We have fruits. Who is not? We have cookies. We also have water, and we have a coffee machine outside. So please go on, talk to people, ask questions. So thank you. I see you in 5. Hello, Myles, do you hear me? Yes, thank you.
Yes, I do.
Yes, I see your reaction. Before you turn on the mic, I see your reaction, so I see you're listening, so thank you. Guys, it's time to come back to our meeting. Please take your seats. Everybody, come back to your seats. Come back to your seats. Okay, so guys, thank you again. We are done with the break. I hope you had nice cookies, fruits, water. So as we were saying, why shall we join Toastmasters? Specifically, this club, Toastmasters. This is a place in which you can improve your public speaking skills, you can improve your English level, and you can do networking. You can practice and take leadership roles within the organization. I'm talking like the president, the VPs of membership, education. There are many roles within the team that you can take to explore more your own capabilities. And there are, of course, plenty of reasons, but the main reason is to develop yourself in this path of public speaking in English. Create networks and make friends. We are a community, especially in this club. We do support each other a lot. We provide feedback to each other in every occasion. We support each other, and we have very nice after parties. So there are moments in which we can talk even about personal things, so which is very nice. So now, guys, let's continue and let's move into the next part, which is very important, is the improvisation part, in which we get to practice in mini speeches how to be a public speaker or how to be a better public speaking. We will receive some sort of feedback for this. So we will welcome Latanova. I'm sorry, Olga Latanova. I'm obsessed with myself. Okay. Well, yes, I know her for years already. So table topic sessions, please, Olga, come please.
No worries. No, it's a joke we prepared for the intro. Don't worry. All right, so table topic session. It's my favorite one, you know. Not only because I quite often win, there are other reasons. So I love it both as participant and both as audience. So 3 reasons why I love it as an audience. Like I love to listen to the improvisation of our Toastmasters. So number 1, the person who is on the stage, you see the true person. You cannot fake because you are caught, you are not prepared, and you're just who you are. It's super interesting to look and to observe it, right? The second reason for me as an audience, very often the person as he or she starts talking, he says something and he's trapped because you start and like, and you have to get out of this situation and you have only 2 minutes, and we as audience observe. It's a lot of fun, I'm telling you. And number 3, you observe in real time how the different brains work, and every brain works very differently. So there will be some topic introduced, some very interesting statement or quote. Very often we talk about quotes or a question, and you have your own answer to that, but this person can have a completely different view on it. So it's very interesting to observe. On the contrary, I love to participate as a speaker for also 3 reasons. Number 1, this is adrenaline, pure adrenaline. You are here, you're unprepared, and you have to talk. The time started, the timer, puts on the clock, and this is the final countdown. So it's very challenging, and I love it. The second reason through, so in order to succeed in table topic session, you should find, so first of all, you can use some techniques. There are certain techniques. For example, you should have a certain structure in your speech. But at the same time, the success is a pure luck if you are inspired at the moment or not. So sometimes you get inspired and your speech just flows and you win the competition. And by doing so, you can see how people engage, through which things they engage, how you can, inspire other people and win their hearts. So this is, self-reflection. And the third reason is, of course, as I said, when you get your question, very often you are like completely blank. You have 20 seconds to, to put your thoughts together, and then you have to start talking. And it trains your brain to think fast and to produce something within the 2 minutes that are given to you. So this is a great, great session of the meeting. But today we will have a little bit, we will run it a little bit differently. And I'm going to use this beautiful red hat that came from Munich, from Oktoberfest. So it has some history. So I collected the answers from the guests and few club members as well. And what we will do now, I will pick up random card, read out. So what we asked you to write on this card, some interesting fact about your life, like on any topic. And I will read it loud and we will try to guess who in the audience wrote this. Only I know who wrote this. And you will have to look around and try to guess who is this person. And after that, we will call this person and provide an opportunity to improvise a little bit and talk a little bit on what the person has written. So let's start. I'm super curious. Actually, I read all the facts, and it's super. I really hope we can go through everyone because it's very, very interesting. So number one. Once when I was a kid, I was climbing a tree and almost fell off it, but in the end, I hung on my ear. As a result, I spent a few minutes on it. Sounds like a horror, right? So look around. Who has big ears? Any ideas? So, okay, let's try to guess. So I suggest we're gonna have 3 attempts. So anyone, if anyone has an opinion, I hope you can see the badges. So you can point to the person. Katya, you think Daniel? Okay. No. Beep, beep. No. So first trial, Dimash. Okay. All right, Dimash, please come on stage. I think you intrigued enough. So you just tell us what happened. Come here. You'll have 1 minute, 2 minutes, up to you. Just provide some details. We are very curious. What happened?
When I was a kid, it was very funny history. When I was in a kindergarten, I was a very, I think, bad kid because I don't listen our teachers, and I was very I was very like to climbing a tree. I every day climbing some trees, and it was very interesting for me. And one day I'm climbing, and and it was very hard for me because I hung my ear, and it was very hard, yeah. And my parents was very scared about this situation, and my teacher was too. And in the end, I go to the doctor, and he is so my ear, yeah. Yeah, because I was very young. I think it was 5 or 6 years.
Very interesting. Thank you very much. So next one. I'm all about risks, skydived, ran half marathon, lost a bet, and went to live in China for 2.5 years. Any ideas? So I heard, I heard from Polina, she said. Please come to stage. Come. Yes. So you mentioned few things. Yeah, you can choose which topic. We can ask audience which one we want Alex to elaborate a little bit. Tell us more: skydiving, half marathon, or China. And I'm curious what was the bet?
I prefer not to tell. Well, it wasn't really a bet. It's like more of a challenge. As like my friend told me, like, you know, I have a friend and she lives in China. Do you wanna just to talk to her and find out more about China? Maybe you want to go there. And I just like, yeah, I can talk to her, but I'm not sure about going there. And well, actually, he challenged me, like, why can't you? You can? Really? You can't go there? And I was like, no, I can. So I talked to that girl and then decided just to change my life completely and went to China. And it was a mind-blowing experience, actually, because everything is different there. The way people do things, the way they talk, the Chinese language, like the tones. The first 3 words I learned when I went to China, when I learned not spicy, buyaola. And then I came to the shop and I tried to say it and they couldn't understand me. Like 3 simple words and they couldn't understand because you have to say it with the right intonation. If you say buyaola, it means I don't need it. It's not spicy. So that was very, very different from what I expected, but I really liked it. It's really, I recommend it. If you want to change your life, if you are bored, go there and it will be, like a roller coaster.
Thank you, Alex. This is very inspiring, honestly. Okay, let's go for the next one. And this is, I climbed to the top of Elbrus. This is the highest summit of Europe, right? Or Russia.
That's George Perlman.
Okay.
What should I say? Huh? What should I say?
It's a very funny thing because actually that was because this card belongs to Anastasiya, but by coincidence, and Myles pointed out to George. So now I ask Anastasiya also on stage, and you can share. I suggest you share 3 things that you loved, that made you, I don't know, love this experience or hate this experience. please come and you can share and we can compare. That's what I suggest.
Thank you. This fact is one of those that I'm really proud of myself so much, really, because it was a real challenge. The first thing, it doesn't matter how well prepared you are, how trained you are, if you're a man or a woman, if you're like a well-trained man, no matter, because in our case, 2 girls and 4 boys as the group went to the top with like a trainer together. And most of men occasionally felt extremely bad there on the top. And so I believe I survived. I was okay. Another thing is emotions that you are filled with when you are on the top. For me, I was like crying and I couldn't stop because I was first tired. Second, I couldn't imagine I did it and I survived. And the third thing, that you are really on the top and you see these clouds and so much things, yes, around you. Yes, and I couldn't even imagine how people can make photos. It was no time I took my phone to take any photo for all this trip. So I would say this is all for me, but it's also interesting what George would tell.
I can say that I done it, so that's mostly wonderful thing. Another thing, that you go there 10 hours in a row. As for me, 10 hours. I guess you're faster, and 10 hours you're completely done when you get there, and it's only 15 minutes to stay there and you should go back. Yeah, that's it. And again, 4 hours to go back. So 14 hours in a row, it's just stupid. I don't want to do it anymore. I suggest you to do it, but I will, I won't accompany. No, because there is no oxygen there and you cannot stay there. You should move. You cannot stay, you should move. So you're not experienced so much. That's why you should go. So yeah, you don't need to lose your brain there, and you should go back. So, and third thing is that don't rush, because some people go in advance. One day ago, before us, it was not good weather there, and they didn't reach. They haven't reached the top. They slide from some height, and they broke some legs and some hands. It was okay, but don't be in rush. So if weather is not so good, stay and wait. So mountains ask you to be calm and to do it very easy and very seriously. Thank you.
I remember the third thing that I missed. When you come down, I was together with my husband. We looked at each other. We were completely done. And we said, never again. These were the first words. But then after about an hour, my husband started asking me, maybe we will go next year to another mountain to climb. That's funny. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing, both of you. Now, yeah, I had this plan, but now I'll think twice. All right, so we have one more. I am proud of being a mom of the best son. I'm an English teacher. Any ideas? Valentina, okay. With no... Please.
So, first of all, I would like to mention that table topics is really my favorite part of the meeting, because as for prepared speech, I think it's more difficult than improvising. Maybe I'm just that unusual girl. So as for the topic that I wrote on that paper, I would like to say about my son. And what I want to mention, when you become a parent, it's just not only responsibility, problems, and different issues that you face. It's just when your second childhood started. Because you have some rights to be a child. You participate in different games. You go to different playgrounds, and it's really wonderful when I'm not just like a member, I'm not just a person who is sitting far away. I'm an active participant, and my son can say me, "Mommy, you're cool."
Thank you so much. Yeah, I can relate to what you said, being a mom as well. So that's a remarkable experience. Okay, let's do two more. Can we? Or no? All right. All right. Okay. A difficult trial in a court. Okay. I've visited Sakhalin Island. Sakhalin. Any ideas? Who of the guests visited Sakhalin Islands? No. Okay. So share about this experience.
So yeah, I've been to Sakhalin, and this trip happened, I guess, last summer, and it was just wonderful. I guess this is the best trip of my life, and I had such a time of lifetime there, because all of this nature, all of these views are just fantastic, and you feel so much freedom and so much power in yourself and so much power in everything that's surrounding you. This is just a wonderful experience, but also it was really challenging, I guess, because we were living in a tent, and the weather was just awful. It was raining, it was windy, it was really cold, but I love challenges, and I love to feel this struggle and to come over something like that. It is really great, and yeah, I guess that's it.
Thank you so much. Yes, we will take one more. I'm so glad. I think that the most interesting fact about me is field of studies, philosophy. So my profession is to think hard. Yeah, you see, it's on your face. We are good readers, right?
So yes, I think I'll be short. Yes. So since my childhood, I really like to reflect, to read a lot, and so now I'm very glad that I'm a philosophy student, and it's very great to feel that you participate in something big, because a lot of people at all times think about the eternal questions, and now I think about eternal questions too, and maybe I will contribute something to it. So thank you.
Thank you so much. And Madam President, please. So I enjoyed conducting this session. Thank you very much for being so active and sharing great facts about you. And I think this is what is wonderful about Toastmaster, is that there is such a diversity of different people here, and it's amazing that we can learn from each other. And thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Olga. As she said, and actually Anastasiya mentioned it too, like we are all different people, different personalities, right? There's no one formula on how a good public speaker should be. That's why we have part of our program is like understanding your leadership style, understanding your communication style. It's not that you have to be this or that, but it's within who you are. How can you get to become better and a better communicator? And we can see from the break that we all have different personalities. Some people are more deep into facts, like Tatiana, which I did love about her speech. We are just different. So, and that's why, what is the beauty about this? So we can all get feedback from different points of view. So, great. So now we are heading into the last part of the meeting. Oh, yes, thank you. First, before that, we will vote for the best table topics. We have a link. Do we have it? It's on the chat and it's also on our agenda. Yes, please give it a click and let's vote for the best table topics. You heard them all. And yes, please do not vote for yourself. We know you love yourself, but let's try to love somebody else this time. Yes, we have all voted. Have we? Yes, we are ready. Great. So now let's head into the last part of our meeting, which is the quiz session. And it's going to be led by our wonderful Valeria. Please, Valerie, sorry, over here, please. Thank you. So this is a part in which we will try to challenge your memory. And we do have her to host this part of it.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. My name is Valeria, or I also go by Valerie for native English speakers. Today, we will have a short quiz, and it's based on a game called Jeopardy. If you know it, great. If you don't, you will find out after this evening. And this is not a test, I'd like to remind you. This is just a fun game, and the questions are all based on everything that you heard today. Now, I will need an assistant. Dan, could you please move that board to face the audience? Thank you. Yes? So everybody can see, yes? Yes? Online audience? Jesus. Online audience? Too far? Myles? Yeah.
Pardon me, I was distracted.
That's fine. Can you see the Jeopardy board?
No.
That's fine. I will read it out.
Go ahead.
I will read it out, don't worry. So very simple. The 100 number, very, very easy questions. Very simple. 200, still easy. 300, getting more difficult. 400. Now, this is where you need to talk. You know, so think this like yes or no questions. This maybe 2-3 words. This a bit longer, and this like, you know, you need to speak. So, fun fact, I also used to be an English teacher, just like Anna and Valentina is right now. But don't worry, I will not pick on you. You can choose to put your hand up if you want to answer a question, and you just choose a box. Tell me, Valeria, 100, Valeria, 300. And I will give you a question. And if you answer correctly, you will get a prize. Isn't that exciting? And I forgot the prizes here. Apologies. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now for 100, 200, and 300, please, yes, thank you. My lovely assistant, Polina, will help me. So Polina, for 100, 200, and 300 questions, yeah, there's a lot of stuff in there. This is what you get. But for 400, no, that's no. Sorry, I'm just a mess. So thank you. I mean, I didn't want to go broke, guys. I'm sorry. So, yeah. Basically, you get something sweet. So, shall we begin? Yes. Any volunteers? Tatiana, what would you like? Oh, 400. Okay. No, I'm joking. In Anastasiya's speech, what did her family call her when she was a kid? Dun, dun, dun. The drama. You want a drama? Here you go. So you've got two people, you know the answer? Pass. Okay, we pass to... Yes, that is correct for 400. Well, you can if you want, yes, but I thought that was a hard question. But yes, tell us more about her family calling her a diplomat.
Yeah, she, as far as I remember, so all the family adore her. And sometimes then the kind of situation was kind of a bit to explode. And Anastasia somehow managed to kind of keep the things down. And for that skill, the family called her a diplomat because she managed to kind of bring everything in order.
Well deserved. Okay, anybody would like to go next? Or I'm going to start picking on people. The teacher is still in there, you guys. Yes, of course. 200. Okay. According to Anna, our president, why do so many people come to the meetings? I mean, well, it's true, but that's not what she said. I had
for the
Anna.
after party.
Yes, the after parties, correct. One chocolate for Anna, please. Yeah, that one. You are correct. Okay. Anna, yes. 200. Playing it safe. Okay. And where are my 200 questions? What question did Tatiana ask the audience at the beginning of her speech? It's okay, you get some time, and then you get to pass. Do you like? Okay, Anna, you get to choose who you want to pass to. So we had Clara. How many planets are there in the solar system? Absolutely correct. Do you like planets? Yes. Okay, any more volunteers? George. 100. Myles had a sign at the beginning of his talk. What did that sign say? Yeah, exactly. Okay, great. Anyone else? Tatiana. Let's do 300. Let's do 300. In Marina's evaluation, about you. No, not about you, about Anastasiya. Apologies. In Marina's evaluation about Anastasiya's speech, she said, you have created a what experience for the audience? Ooh, close. But the word begins with G. The word begins with the letter G. Short word. It's a short word. You have created a experience for the audience. Pass to Anna. Yes! A great experience. Sorry, Polina, you can throw away the empty bags in there if it's easier for you to. I'm so sorry. Okay, anyone next? The newcomers? Anyone want to risk? Yes, Valentina? 200. What activity did Anastasiya say she did as a child in her speech? Yes, dancing. Shall I pick on someone? Katya. 300. I should have crossed out the questions I already asked. Okay. And Anna said that Toastmasters have a discount, 2 and 1. What were the 2? What do you get 2 of when you join Toastmasters? She spoke about 2 skills. You get to practice 2 skills. Mm-hmm. Yes! Exactly. Exactly. And yes, 300. I really hope this question isn't going to be about you. Okay. Please explain what is the table topics session. No, I'm joking. Short explanation of the table topics.
Yes. Is a part with unprepared speech, a kind of improvisation where you have around 2 minutes maximum to answer a spontaneous question.
Perfect. Yes. Nice. Okay. Any more volunteers? We still have 2 100 and 2 400. Olga. 400. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Okay, can you, apologies. Can you remember the rhyme to remember the planets in the solar system? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. I mean, I don't really remember it either. I remember the pasta and noodles. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can help. You can help. Serve us. Can't forget Uranus. Nice. That was a difficult one. Well deserved. Anna. Oh, okay. From the section of the audience evaluation, what were the 3 points in the feedback that was given to Tatiana? In your own words. In your own words. Yes. Yes. Absolutely. That's free. Yeah. Perfect. So we've got two easy ones. Two easy ones. Alessia? Yes. Good. Okay. For Alessia, what is Toastmaster? It's a club. Exactly, public speaking club. Perfect. And we have one last easy question. Anyone else? Anyone else wants to tempt fate? Yes, Tatiana. Oh, I don't know. Okay. In Anastasia's speech, she said, as a child, I was surrounded by love. Yeah, very nice question to end on. Very nice. I have one bonus question for Myles, if you want to participate.
Okay, very quickly. I have a bad memory, so I won't do very well probably.
Okay, perfect. During the table topics session, Alex told us about going to China. Why did he go to China?
His girlfriend was there. He found his girlfriend there.
I mean, someone was there. Someone
was there. I can't remember.
That's fine.
I pass.
That's fine. You can pass. Does anyone want to? Does anyone remember? Why did Alex go to China? Yes. Yes, very close to the girlfriend. Yeah, his friend challenged him. Absolutely. Okay, everybody, that is the end of the quiz section. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. It was very fun. Actually, this is my favorite part of the meetings, because I have very bad memory. So it is good for me to practice. And I also like the challenge of getting the presents. Actually, it's huge motivation for me. So I really work when I see results, that's my thing. So guys, we are close to the end, almost at the end, like the end is right here. So guys, I want to thank you so much for being here. I hope you got a grasp of what the organization is all about. As we talked before, it is about improving your not only your leadership skills, your public speaking skills. It's about taking ownership of what can you do for yourself. How can you improve yourself? Public speaking is important not only for work for sure, and the result will be higher salaries. But it's also good for yourself and for improving communications in your personal life with friends, family members. We all know that we have different family members or friends that can be complicated sometimes. And being able to provide feedback, being able to communicate ideas will reduce the amount of misunderstandings and any other issues. So it's just more than just public speaking. And of course, English. As we know, we needed to travel to China, to climb mountains. We need it for everything right now in these times. So thank you so much again. I want to announce the winner of table topics. Then I'll actually mention that right now. If you have any doubts about what's the club, if you would like to join or not, if you would like to have questions about like what it means joining, how do you join, like if there is a fee or not, please talk to Katerina, Tatiana, Paulina, or me, and we will anyways be in touch with you guys. And now we're gonna announce the winner of best table topics. This is what we get, the ribbon. We get it every time somebody wins a table topic, but we also have different ones for anyone who completes a level. And it's actually quite nice to collect these things. It's quite funny. It's quite nice, actually. So I want to announce the winner of today's table topic session. And the winner was Valentina, please. Can you take a photo? Oh, okay. Thank you so much. So let's take a photo, please, please, please. Here. Thank you so much. We will meet again in 2 weeks, in which we will have an official Toastmasters meeting. This was an open house, which has a slightly different format. So now I would like to invite you all guys on the stage so we can take a final photo, group photo. Please, everybody, come over here. And then whoever wants to join, we're going to the after party. Please. Olga, you should wear the hat. Olga, you should wear it. Oh, yeah, oh, you know, there was a video game. Yeah, we will put Myles in the center. 1 second. Yes, we will put him in the center.
Yeah, but the camera.
Oh, no. There he is. Now he's huge there. Okay. Thank you guys so much. This is the end of the meeting. If you want to come join us in the after party, please stay while we pick up the things. And don't forget that if you want to make a donation for the club, you can do it. We have the numbers on the agenda, and we have here a space on the table. If you want to donate 100 rubles, maybe 1,000,000 rubles, you can do it, please. Thank you so much.
Enjoy the after party.